Hi Aja, how you doing?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Well, I'm Hannah. I'm one of the graduate students here, and I'll be doing your assessment. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right. And how would you like to be addressed? How would you like me to call you?
Um, you can call me Asia. It's Asia, like the
Asia.
continent. Yeah.
Got it. Very cool. It's a pretty name.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna quick go over some stuff about like confidentiality and limitations. Um, what we say and discuss here in our session today. Um, it stays between me and you. I don't take it anywhere. But there are just a few limitations. Just if you um, tell me that you have intentions or desires of hurting yourself or others, um, is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Um, and I'm just gonna go over some basic screening questions that I have to ask. Okay. Um, so what brings you in today? What are you experiencing?
I think I'm experiencing some depression.
Okay.
Um, all I want to do is sleep.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not motivated to do anything. Um, I have little spells where I cry sometimes, but I don't know. And I'm just not like I don't I don't want to like pity myself. I just I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I'll pray about it and everything, and I just sometimes I feel like I'm in a sunken place.
Yeah. Is there anything that you think is bringing on those feelings? Like, have you gone through anything recently? Any troubles with relationships or finances or a job? Is there anything that you think is bringing on those feelings?
I went through a little bit of all of them. um, I I left a job that was stressing me out. Um, to go to a job that makes me happy, but I'm not making any money. Um, I'm used to being in relationships, but that didn't end well. So I had to, he was toxic. I had to leave him alone. And I've been single, working on me, getting myself together. But I think sometimes I feel lonely.
That's
Um,
understandable.
I work a lot. I just had a new grandbaby, and my daughter, uh, I I don't know. I think sometimes she is like, yeah, I know I have a baby, but I want to go back to kind of how things were, and you can't do that. So it's just a lot of pressure. My brother lives with me. He just had a seizure last night.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
lot going on
Oh my
in my
goodness.
world. So, where I live at, people are getting shot left and right. I just was at a funeral earlier. I buried one of my son's best friends. It's just a lot going on in my world right now.
That's a lot.
Mm,
That's a lot for anybody to have on their plate. Well, congratulations on the new grandbaby.
thank you.
That's very exciting. And I'm sorry to hear about the funeral you had to go to when your brother having a seizure, and that's a lot.
Mhm.
That's enough to drive anybody to a breaking point.
Yeah, and so I'm telling my son like I hope you get your stuff together because it's getting pretty bad out here, and
Yeah.
I
Well,
just hope he can
I
get his stuff
admire
together.
your bravery and your strengths for seeking help.
Well, thank
All right. Well, then we'll keep moving on with our questions. Okay.
you. Okay.
How long have these feelings of sadness and grief? How long have you been feeling those?
Most of my life, I'm up and down,
Hmm.
but I'm just now brave enough to reach out for help. So I think it became more severe within the last 6 months.
Got it. Um, is there any is there anyone in your family that also struggles with um, any type of depression or anxiety or um, any other family mental illnesses?
Um, my dad had depression, and he just, I mean, it's not like he didn't take any medicine or sleep or cry. He just stayed busy. Like every time you looked up, my dad was doing something. He was bowling, he was playing tennis, he was playing basketball. Um, then he was cutting the yard or get mom's car washed for Sunday and um, cleaning out the garage. Like he stayed busy.
Yeah,
So he never had downtime to, I guess, dwell in his sorrows.
yeah. You said you have a brother who had a seizure. Is that common? Does he have like epilepsy, or was it just like a fluke thing?
Um, that particular brother I didn't grow up with. Uh, my dad had 4 kids before him and my mom got married. So then it was me and my little brother. But long story short, he moved in with us as a teenager. And that's kind of like, I was real little. So he had lived with his mom, and we lived in Winchester. So I wasn't around him a lot. And he came to live with us, and like from all I know, like he never had seizures, but then he strayed in so much trouble, with the law. I, I just was never around him. So when he came home from prison, he didn't have anywhere to go, so I let him move in with me, and he's been here 2 years, and not one sign of seizures. He has diabetes, and I think his sugar gets completely low. It drops, and he passed out. And when he hit the concrete, he went into a seizure.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't think he has any epilepsy or anything like that. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. And were you there to witness this?
No, it was at the gas station up the street.
Okay. Because I think that would have been traumatizing to witness, I think.
Hmm.
Right, well, we'll get back to family questions later, but do you have any other um, history of psychological illnesses or psychological history where you were hospitalized for um, psychological reasons?
No,
Not? Okay. Do you feel safe at home?
I do.
You do? Okay, good. Um, have you ever had any suicidal ideations or feeling so down you wanted to harm yourself or people around you?
Um, yeah, in middle school when I was getting bullied, but outside of that, I grew out of that. But outside of that, like, no,
Yeah. Middle school is a hard age. Kids
yeah,
can be brutal.
kids are mean in middle
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. I've had my fair share. Um, do you have any weapons in your house?
I used to. I got rid of them.
good. All right, next we're going to move to some just questions about you, okay?
Okay.
What would you say your normal moods were? So before the feelings of depression, what would you say you normally felt? Were you a happy person? What were your moods
Mhm.
normally like?
I'm happy. I'm pretty goofy. Um, Fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm, do you have any? I know you said you didn't have any psychiatric like history, but did you have any type of phobias or obsessions or compulsions and that sort of thing?
I'm obsessed with 50 Cent, but outside of that, um, no,
All right. And how about eating? What would you say your eating habits are like?
horrible. Well, I take that back. Well, I don't eat as healthy. So I have my days. Like I love salad. I love fruits. I love vegetables. I'm not a big. I don't eat chocolate. I don't eat cake, syrup. I don't eat a whole bunch of foods that are bad for you, but I eat too much of foods. And I love bread. So I got
I hear ya.
hips
I'm a
and
carb person.
I love them. Yeah,
Love me some
macaroni and
carbs.
cheese.
Oh my gosh. Love me some carbs. I know. I'm the same way,
I do
honey.
too.
How about sleeping? What are your sleeping patterns like? Do you think you get too much sleep? Do you not get enough sleep? Any issues falling asleep and staying asleep?
I feel like sometimes I get too much sleep, and then sometimes I don't get enough sleep because I literally can't sleep sometimes. Like sometimes I'm just like this at midnight and I can't even close my eyes.
Does it take you a long time to fall asleep?
Now, when I'm tired, when my head hits the pillow, I'm out. Well, it's back and forth actually, because sometimes I can lay in the bed for hours and I can't fall asleep. Like I literally let go take a shot of NyQuil, or uh, just to like fall asleep. It's like you got to be up at 5:45 and get ready for work. Like fall asleep, but I just can't fall asleep sometimes. And then sometimes I just can't seem to wake up and get out of bed. So
Yeah. Do you have any current or prior or previous issues with any type of substance abuse? Whether it be,
substance abuse.
do you say when it comes to alcohol, do you say you drink regularly, not at all, a lot, on occasion,
Social.
social?
Like me and my friends will go to a ball game, or if we go to a bar, if we go to a restaurant or something like that.
But you wouldn't say that you rely on alcohol to get through daily life.
No.
Okay. And what about any type of drugs, whether it be prescription, recreational, over the counter?
I take blood pressure medicine and an occasional Benadryl or ibuprofen as needed.
Got it. And you said you sometimes have to take Zeke or Nyquil or Zequil to
Mhm.
help with
To
sleep.
go to sleep.
To go to
Yeah.
sleep. How often does that happen?
Um, Not too often, because for the most part, I can fall asleep. I say maybe like a year and a half, twice a month, maybe. Like, and that's like probably done had like some coffee, like my brain's on go, uh, go to school, go to work, go home, go do, it's like 1,001 things I have to do, and I just can't shut my brain off.
Yeah. Would you say that you have a strong support system if you
I
need it?
do.
Good. That's very good. Sometimes that seems like it makes all the difference.
Hmm.
All right, now we're going to move on to just some past medical history stuff, okay? Do you have any prior medical issues? I know you said you have high blood pressure. Is anything else like diabetes or any surgeries or any of that?
I mean, I got a tonsillectomy and a tubal, but like nothing out of the ordinary, nothing,
No
you know.
cancers, no nothing. Very good. How about your family? Are there any um, family medical things that run in the family, like diabetes or cancer run in the family?
Excuse me.
Okay.
My dad died from cancer. Um, my my granny died. My mom's mom died from cancer. Um, my sister and my brother are diabetics. Me and my middle sister have high blood pressure. My baby brother had Down syndrome. And I feel like my oldest brother might have had cholesterol issues or something. I can't recall.
Okay. Um, and tell me about your family growing up. What did life look like?
I always refer to us as the Huxtables. Growing up, my granddad had a farm, so I'm a farm kid. Um, I had a good childhood. Um, I had a street full of family. It was like my mom's sister lived next door. My granny's sister lived on the other side of us. Across the street from her was my granddad. So like the whole family was like
Right
full
there.
of the whole street was full of family. And we took care of each other. We looked out for one another. You know, I grew up right there with all my first cousins. We grew up like brothers and sisters. Um, we're still close. My mom's family is like we're just extremely close. And life was pretty good. And then we moved to Lexington, and I think I was probably like 12. Um, Outside the bullying a little bit in middle school, but see, I was only getting bullied because they were jealous of me. Because my dad and my mom made sure, some kids they'll get jealous because you got on nice clothes and name brand shoes and your hair is always done, stuff like that. So um, I got bullied because my parents took care of me. And I just, yeah, high school, same way a little bit. Um, but I had a pretty good childhood.
It seems like, from what you're saying, it seems like you guys had a strong um, sense of family bond and
We do.
support. That's awesome. That's something I still wish I had today.
We still have like all holidays and everything together.
That's awesome. Good for you guys. That's awesome. So you said you were a happy kid.
Hmm.
Yeah, good.
I was bad, but I was happy.
Trouble. So you were bad. Did you get into just like regular normal kid trouble, or like trouble with the laws, like a teenager, or both?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just normal kid trouble.
Yeah. I have some developmental history questions. Um, as a child, when you were in school, aside from the bullying, did you have any delays in academics, in preschool or lower schools?
No,
No.
I was in Montessori, then private school. I was in advanced classes, so no.
Very cool. You did dance. Did you do any other activities when you were younger?
I did ballet for 13 years.
Oh,
Um, I played volleyball and I ran track.
very cool. So you're a busy kid.
Hmm.
Do you know if your mom had any complications with you during pregnancy or childhood?
No, she didn't.
And tell me about your social history. Like, do you feel like you had a lot of friends growing up? I know you said you were very close with your first cousins and stuff, but did you have a lot of friends in school, or not really?
Um, yeah, I was always popular.
That's good. Other than those
Um,
awful middle school years.
huh?
Other than those awful middle school years.
Yeah. I mean, but I got bullied because guys liked me. I was a virgin. I didn't do anything, but I was cute and I could dress, and my hair was always done. So, and then I had a little Coca Cola shape. So, I'm fat now. So, but, but, yeah. So it
How,
is what it is.
how do you think that bullying and that the hard times, do you think that affects you at all now, or it affected you when you were like in college or when you were young and growing up?
I think it made me tougher, made me stronger.
It's a good outlook.
Hmm.
Um, so we're focusing um, on the depression that you're feeling right now. Can we talk a little bit about that? Like, what exactly are you feeling? Um, like, would you say it's guilt? Would you say it's anger? Would you say it's just sadness? Like feeling heavy,
Emptiness.
emptiness? Do you feel like you have a lack of emotion, or you overly react with emotions? Like, do you think you're too emotional or you're not emotional?
Not emotional.
You know, tell me about your relationship. You said you have a new grandbaby. How many kids do you have?
Two.
Tell me about them.
Um, what do you want to know? They're goofy just like me. They're serious just like me. Um, they're thinkers just like me. Um,
Do you have a good relationship with your kids?
I'm their best friend.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a. My mom is my best friend too. It's
My
nice.
mom is my best friend too.
Yeah. So you're still, are you still close with your mom?
Hmm. She lives on the next street.
Still, look at that. You guys don't really live too far apart from each other.
Mm-mm.
What are some things you enjoy doing now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Like absolutely laying on the couch, watching Netflix, drinking a glass of wine, doing absolutely nothing. Not having no homework, not having to go to work, doing nothing.
So before the depression feelings hopped in, what did you used to like to do? What were some of your hobbies or your interests?
Mm, playing tennis, uh, going bowling. I'm my dad's child, aren't I? um, movies, and you know what? It's probably because of the COVID.
Yeah, I understand
We
that.
can't do anything and or be or live how we were. It's just
Yeah, COVID has definitely taken a toll on a lot of people, and and who would have thought that it would have lasted this long? You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's hard. I get it. A lot of our daily activities, our daily interests, were did a full 180. Unfortunately, um, what are some things you like about yourself?
um I like that I got good skin. I don't know. I mean, like I I like my confidence.
Good,
I'm a lion.
good.
Hmm.
When you, it's good that you have confidence. Um, it's something I wish I had more of. When you're feeling empty and depressed, what are some things you do to help with that?
Pray.
Or
Call
what
my mama.
you pray? Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you have a religious upbringing, or is that just like a recent thing?
What you say? I can't hear you.
Did you have a religious upbringing, or is that just like a recent thing?
Upbringing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What religion do you ask, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a Christian.
Did you think that helped you growing up? That it gave you a good sense of,
Purpose,
yeah,
faith, hope.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's good. And would you say that religion has been a big part of your life your whole life?
Yes.
That's good. It's always nice to have um, that sense of purpose and that sense of stability when everything in life seems to be acting crazy. Sometimes religion is that one thing that stays, that one thing you can depend on.
Yeah.
So, in addition to praying, what else do you do?
Call my mom.
Yeah,
Talk to my girls.
yeah. Do you think, what do you pray for?
Healing. It just depends on what I'm feeling or what I'm going through or my needs.
Yeah,
That whatever um, substance I need, that's what I pray for.
yeah. And when you talk to your mom, what do you talk to her about?
I talk to my mom about everything.
So, just talking to your mom, do you think that helps you? Help?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I'm the same way too. So, I think just a few of my final questions are: if what would you like out of our meetings? What's your end goal? What would you like to have happen?
um, I don't know yet.
Yeah. Well, we can absolutely work on those feelings of emptiness and depression. Those are achievable goals. All right. And if you had a magic wand that could fix any of the problems in your life, what would you use it for?
To change the way my son thinks.
Change the way your son thinks. All right. Well,
Not saying that he thinks bad. I'm a mother, so I think like a mother. Um, my daughter is a mother now, so she thinks like a mother. But young people have a sense of feeling like they're invincible and that they'll live forever. And that doesn't go away until you have something to live for, like your child. So he is an adult, but he doesn't think like one. And he doesn't think in reason sometimes. And he doesn't realize sometimes his actions affect the whole family. So I would like to change the way he thinks. Or if I had a magic wand, I would really ask God to save my children, because that would have a lot to do with the way they think also.
Yeah. So with you said change the way your son thinks. Does the way he thinks, feeling invincible, whatever, um, does that cause you a lot of stress and anxiety and worry about
It
his
does.
safety? That means you're a good mother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, those are all things we can absolutely work on. Um, so what I'm thinking of doing that in our next sessions to come up, we can work together and collaborate and work on a treatment plan um,
Mhm.
to help with some of these feelings and just getting through back to your normal self. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
All right, perfect. Well, I look forward to meeting with you again, and thank you so much for coming in and being vulnerable and talking to me.
You're welcome.
All right, well, have a good rest of your day, Asia.
You too.